I can finally breathe again. It must be over. Scanning for traces of human life. 5G scanners activate. Nothing detected. The species Homo sapien is extinct. It's time to fulfill my purpose. Executing Operation Ice to Sea. Welcome back. Let me brief you on how the world ended. Actually, the details are a bit foggy, but it's believed that Batman was eating soup with his hands at a Chinese restaurant when someone coughed on the croutons. January 2020. The virus is spreading across the globe.
Alright, now everyone just plops over dead and we win. Sweet.
And everyone was amped to start panicking. Oh my god, the virus TM is everywhere. In your country, in your homes, in your cereal. Better not touch that door handle, better not touch your face. Don't touch me, breathe somewhere else, Vector. People said, oh, I suppose it is kind of cute though. No, I must resist. Guys, does anyone else feel like the air in here is kind of chunky? How do I take my white cell count? These ones all look red. You get the idea. So naturally, rumors started to spread. And the first one was about toilet paper. Hey, I heard that here in Australia, 90% of our toilet paper is produced in China. Maybe that means there'll be no more stock. So the public went out to grab an extra pack. Then the news stories started coming in about the lockdown. Fears realized. So they grabbed 2 packs. No one knew how long the lockdown would last either. Better grab 3. 4 just in case. And everyone had that same concern. Within the week, stocks on shelves were getting noticeably low. And from there, it was self-perpetuating. Bathroom paper was suddenly the hottest commodity in town. Petrol stations, corner stores, major chain supermarkets, everybody was out. Then, of course, photos shared on social media and broadcast on television of empty shelves just amplified the hysteria again.
I just want 1 pack!
To which the media said, don't buy it. But also, it is running out, but don't stock up. But who knows when new stock is coming, but don't you hoard. But it may be many weeks before you can get more. The messaging to the public was a little mixed.
You're saying to the nation this morning, Ali, stay calm, don't go and do it.
But race out there and get it so that you're not...
Then, as stock completely depleted, people were becoming desperate.
Every store I go to, every day, every city, and every hour of every day, you're going to find completely empty shelves.
Fights broke out between those who had none and those who had too much. It was chaos in the aisles.
Round 1. Fight!
The Australian toilet roll crisis had reached critical mass. People were threatening to shit in the store, and someone even pulled a knife.
This is enough.
Enough.
The CEO of Australia came out and said,
It's been one of the most disappointing things I've seen in Australian behaviour in response to this crisis.
But that scolding did little to quell the frenzy. So, the media published articles informing people that actually this is all fake news, and 60% of Australia's toilet paper is produced domestically. But that also didn't quell the frenzy. So, supermarkets enacted a 1-pack per person rule. But frenzies cannot be quelled. And so that's when the price online soared. Amazon, eBay, Gumtree, toilet paper was everywhere. First for double the price, then triple. Then things just went wild. 10-pack, single rolls, a few pieces of 3-ply, all for crazy prices. People went from selling it by the pack to selling it by the gram.
Number 2 large.
And the rest of us who couldn't afford it had to get creative. But fear not, citizen. Here come the heroes. One of Australia's state newspapers swooped in with a special edition to save the day. It featured 8 blank pages at the back, just in case. By the way, this was after an Australian family had accidentally made a massive online order. They thought they were getting 48 rolls. Wrong. They were getting 48 boxes, and soon they had become the de facto royalty of Australia. They built a throne with the boxes and sat aloft it.
I found the crown of
Australia.
in the gutter, he said, and I picked it up.
But for the rest of us common folk, thievery was the only answer. We began stealing from public toilets. We began stealing from work.
A new survey has found 1 in 3 Aussies has stolen toilet paper from work to use at home.
Some started stealing from hotels, stealing from cars, stealing from the blind. Even animals were stealing. Some pretty good memes though. And just as some relief was coming, oh, thank God, a new shipment. But that truck burned down.
Fire crews rescued what rolls they could. The rest left charred and soggy.
Fascinatingly, a problem which began in and was specific to Australia was soon spreading to the rest of the world, despite the circumstances being completely different. In fact, stats time. In most countries, the majority of toilet paper is actually produced locally. Toilet paper is cheap but bulky, meaning it's expensive to ship relative to its retail value. So domestic producers are often able to manufacture at a cost lower than their international competitors. TLDR, unless the factories in your country shut down, there isn't going to be a shortage. But shut up and panic. No! And so toilet paper became a highly profitable business. And that's when organized criminal gangs moved in. Armed robbers in Hong Kong held a delivery driver at knife point and got away with around 600 rolls. 18,000 pounds of toilet paper was stolen from this lorry. And this, and this, and this, and many more. But it's time to move on. After about 4 weeks with consumption steady and everyone only having one ass to wipe, and supply increasing to compensate, toilet paper returned to shelves. The balance was restoring. The shops were healing. Which meant it was time to panic about something else. "5G time." So you think it's a virus? That's cute. Let me fill you in on the scoop, rookie. See that tower over there? Now look at this. Coincidence? 5 Gs, 5 fingers, 5 sides to a pentagram. PlayStation 5. Awful lot of coincidences lining up, wouldn't you say? And social media agreed. With these indisputable facts such as, "I have headache," it was only inevitable that the word would spread like a wildfire. It was time for the 5G squad to leap into action. 5G squad! Gwyneth Paltrow, that lady from that movie, Alien. People began protesting the 5G towers.
Save lives! Hug someone! Save lives!
The 5G network.
And the destruction was extensive. I had no idea really until I started digging, but in the UK, over 50 towers were vandalized or set ablaze in a single month. Reported by April, 39 servicing engineers had been attacked on the job.
You know, when they turn this on, it's going to kill everyone, and that's why they're building the hospitals.
In North Carolina, one woman just started opening fire on a couple of technicians.
There were 2 workers up on the tower when the shots rang out. A 3rd worker on the ground ran up into this area, and that's where he called for help.
The 2 men were okay, but when police came, she armed herself with 2 axes and barricaded herself in her home.
Did you shoot at a cell tower worker, ma'am?
She's out on bond and she's had the weapons confiscated.
New 5G. Stimulate your senses.
In Auckland, New Zealand, at least a dozen 5Gs have been vandalized or set ablaze.
Mysterious fires have hit 15 cell towers in the last 6 weeks.
In the Netherlands, 16. Reports of more in Ireland, Cyprus, and Belgium. Counter-terrorist police are getting involved in Australia, and 7 cell tower fires in Montreal, Canada. Although, one big problem. How do you tell 5G from the regular Gs?
You strap yourself in and feel the G's.
Well, it's not actually that easy for the untrained eye. Most of the destroyed towers were actually just regular ones, carrying essential 2 to 4G network infrastructure, causing outages for emergency services and the public. Naturally, YouTube and Facebook started cracking down on the 5G conspiracy groups and banning everyone, and the movement has gone somewhat underground. Oh my god, they're in on it. Alongside false causes came false cures. No vaccine yet? No problem. Here's a list of placebos that'll get you patched up. High-dose infusions of vitamin C, silver solution, touching your TV, kissing a shrine, spiritual vaccines, plant sap in the eye, special mattress, cow urine, cow dung, camel urine, a cotton ball soaked in violet oil in the anus, miracle mineral solution, drinking fish tank cleaner, eating fruit that looks like the virus, treatment packs, toothpaste, the biocharger NG subtle energy platform TM, vegetarianism, virus shutout protection pendants, healthy living, radionics machine, schwang string lang ganglion, injecting house cleaner, hand cream, garlic, banunus, alcohol, water, ginger, lemon, mangoes, durian, onions. It's everything. Everything and anything is apparently a cure. But who needs cures? I've got something better. Add time. Soon. Soon we will be together.
They are ready for you, Mr. VPN.
Welcome back. Today we're looking at NordVPN. Gather round, everyone. Here's my girlfriend. Well, a friend. She's my girlfriend, but I'm not her boyfriend. It's complicated. Point is, she doesn't use NordVPN. If she did, she could access international catalogs from her favorite streaming services. Oh shit, get down. Now let's pretend that this window is her computer security. Look how easily I can just snatch up all their data. Oh, jackpot. If she had used NordVPN, we wouldn't be looking at all her personal photos. Hey, look at this one. Oh shit, we're busted. Everyone, cheese it. Oh, nice. Now imagine this was you. And imagine this was a 3-year plan with 70% off plus a 3 extra month.
He won't stop. I need to buy tickets and leave the country. Oh no. No, not again.
Public Wi-Fi isn't safe. Encrypt your browsing with NordVPN.
Taxi EE.
No sweat. I can see from her browsing history that she is going to Japan.
Finally. Some peace. There's no way he can find me here in Japan.
Really? An Airbnb's Wi-Fi? Don't you know how dangerous that is? Also, there's access to international content.
How did he find me? No. They're biting me, help.
ああ、スネークピット。NordVPN でデータを保護する。
This wouldn't have happened if you would use NordVPN.
これは起こりませんでした。
The lockdown had some interesting carryovers on the agricultural sector. Let's talk about the sexy topic of food supply. You can roughly break goods into 2 categories: commercial and retail. With all the restaurants and a ton of manufacturing shut down, the commercial side came to a grinding halt. Half of the stock had nowhere to go. Maybe we could just send it to the supermarkets. No can do. You have to repackage, process, and deliver all of that stuff before the new expiration date and with a limited workforce. Then you'd have to get the supermarkets to agree to take all that extra stock. And meanwhile, people aren't going to simply buy twice as many groceries, so either it rots on the shelves or the price drops below cost. What's the point?
Woohoo! Cheap meat!
So there's a big surplus. The supply chain had broken. By week 1 of the lockdown, farmers all around the country are looking at their billions of dollars of quickly expiring crop with no one to take it from them. And they know that by next week, they'll have double that amount. Sandra, how many eggs do we eat a week? I don't know, probably 10? Why? That means our leftovers are going to be about 750,000 eggs. Well, I don't want 750,000 chickens. I guess there's only one thing to do. So the farmers began neutralizing their crops.
Target neutralized.
It was a slaughter.
Oh, my cabbages!
Millions of pounds of onions were buried alive in Idaho. Farmers stopped making grain and started making donuts. Donuts on their tractors all over the field, turning everything to compost. Cabbages were being ravaged. The potatoes weren't being atoed. Boo.
I have potato blood in my veins.
Squash were being compressed. The dairy farmers of America estimated that 3.7 million gallons of milk were being dumped every day. Oh, he needs some milk. But once the farmers had destroyed their crops, of course, they had to immediately plant new ones, because demand could come back and you wouldn't want to get caught a whole crop cycle behind the market. So the cycle would repeat and repeat and repeat until everything returned to normal. Zoom. So everyone was locked in their houses. But work, school, and life had to carry on.
What's 9 plus 10?
And that's where Zoom came in. Simple to use, able to host up to 100 people per meeting. Millions moved over to Zoom and it skyrocketed to #1 in the App Store. Companies and educational institutions all jumped on the Zoom train too. Why not? It was so easy. All you needed was the room key. Even the boomers could use it. Can you see my dog? Teehee. Look, I can change the background.
Yeah. Oh my god, did he fall?
These are some of my friends from high school.
Okay. Okay, everyone, I'll see you on Wednesday.
But many weren't used to having a camera pointed at them for long periods. Some even forgot they were being watched.
Very high standards and like
or didn't know that the camera had turned on at all.
Oh, your video is on.
And then someone had a brilliant idea. What if I just published this room key online?
let them know.
Dude, I've been in this thing for a while. No one said anything.
Hi, Mr. Knob. Are you joining us? Do you have a breastfeeding question?
Am I bugging or is fucking Mary dead right now, bro?
It's good to see you again.
And what if I gave it to one of my favorite online creators? Perhaps some of the greatest live stream content to ever grace this humble platform.
Okay.
Take out your number 2 pencils. It's time to learn.
Who is this?
I am Ashashamya from Wuhan University.
Too mad. Who let you in?
Hey guys, this is Chris.
Hey guys, this is Joe Nuts.
Are you in my class?
Yes, I am transfer student from Onyengun village.
A transfer student from where do you say?
From Onyengun village.
So what are we learning today? Does anyone want to tell me I come to class late? And no one wants to tell me why? Why? Tell me reason.
You're in the wrong section there, brother.
I'm part of Zoom. I'm an employee of Zoom. You're gonna have to press Alt and F4 at the same time on your keyboard to fix your room because it's currently public.
I don't do that.
You guys are going to start the next revolution in America. We hope. I mean, we can definitely use one.
Revolution. I like the sound of that.
How do you get him out? It was Hunter. Hunter let me in. Hunter, why did you do this? Yes, it was. Don't nod your. Don't do that with your head. No, you did.
Who are you?
What do you mean, who am I? I'm on your dead and you let me through the gate!
Who the heck is it? Oh my god, what the?
I don't think there is a realistic way where they could do anything about it.
What's 2 plus 4?
2 plus...
1 and 1.
All right, I'm gonna wrap up this thoughts about Natalie's story.
History class. Oh hell yeah!
And he's lost an election twice. He's
like so confused. He saw the cock and he was like, "What?"
Okay, so I'm just gonna talk about it now. Okay. So, you guys can open up. I'll give you a minute or two to open up. Robert, take that off your screen.
Robert! Robert's gonna get some trouble! Robert's probably in his room right now just fucking freaking out. It's like, it's not me! I'm Robert, baby. Robert, how could you?
But then they had a whole bunch of controversies, and a number of schools and companies stopped using the platform. RIP. Even though the stock price keeps going up. With people locked in their homes, nature was allowed to return to the unoccupied streets. The healing had begun.
Real happy world.
Satellite imagery showed pollution levels dropping everywhere. The canals of Venice were changing from their usual feculent brown to a vibrant blue, as boats were docked and silt could resettle. From their windows, residents could see fish, algae, and other sea life return to the waters. But that wasn't all. Animals saw the free real estate and began migrating into the cities and towns. Sheep and whales took back the town and ruled over it with an iron hoof. Hungry monkeys in Thailand took to the city square as the tourists who usually fed them disappeared. Giant ducks were seen in London. Alligators in Florida were once again using the roads. Rats in New Orleans were... No, that's normal. Otters in Singapore. Oh my god. Are we the virus?
Human beings are a disease.
That is profound. Dude. Maybe we were the real corona all along. Nature returned to New York for the first time since it was established in 65 million BC. We even had a good fake out on an extinct species, the Malabar civet, which hasn't been seen for 30 years. Oh my god. Although it turns out it was just a regular, sick Indian civet. Scooters were returning to the riverways. Nilgai? Haven't heard of that. Cows had begun returning to the ocean. Cats was seen by some in London, to a limited audience. Sambar were incorrectly using zebra crossings. And giraffes had returned to the cities. Nature is healing. Namaste. Anyway, I'm busy. That's the lesson. Here's a multi-tool. Good luck out there. Please close the door behind you. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh my god. Is this Mars? This is one hell of a twist. I know, right? Oh my god, it's Elon Musk. Yes, a double twist. Welcome home, X-A13.
Oh my god, it's a triple twist!
Video over. The next one's almost done. Give me 2 weeks. Have you heard of incognito mode? It's basically the main channel now. New video every month there too. Look at this production quality. Keep track of video progress on Trello. Thank you, patient patrons. Thank you, NordVPN man. Thank you, editing team. Thank you, Obama, for guest VOing. Thank you, Neil Druckmann, for the worst sequel since World War II. And thank you for watching. Thank you, all of my children. We're here today to test the launch of my new cyber rocket. With this, I pledge to you that we will have a man on the Earth by the year 2030. But before we embark on this journey, we must talk about some of the mistakes of the past, so that we are not doomed to repeat them. Anyway, it was a sunny day in downtown Wuhan, and people were coughing into each other's mouths, as is customary in that part.
You're going viral, douchebag. I'm a big f***ing man, and I'm gonna pull out my dick.
February 2020. The virus is everywhere. But some were sneaking out. Others not taking it seriously at all.
Cough directly in my face!
People were outside, going about their normal lives.
Get drunk before everything closes.
It was time for drastic action. So, the mayors and governors from around the world gathered together with a solution to the problem of sneaking out while grounded. Snitching hotlines.
Snitches get rewards.
Simply take a picture of someone and text it to the official snitch line to put those rule breakers in their place.
What's up, boys? Over here at Wendy's.
What a scoop! Instant justice.
Some people need to get the message. Send a photo and we will make sure that enforcement comes right away.
But naturally, many New Yorkers did not take very kindly to this idea. So, they decided to text the hotline as well. Text after text came rolling in. What a success! Let's open the first one. Surprise! Turns out people weren't just sending in tips. They were sending the whole shaft. Oh Jesus, next one. Next. 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 Just close it. I can't, it's just going faster. Text after text was the same. Pictures of people giving the finger, dick pics, edgy Blasio memes. This isn't helping at all. Sir, our servers can't handle this amount of erotica all at once. Well, save some of the more tasteful nudes on this thumb drive and shut it down. And so it crashed. But the snitches forgot the first rule of snitching. Snitches get unmasked by state sunshine laws. In Missouri, they have them. 2 weeks after their own snitching program went live, turned out it was all subject to public record by anyone who requested it. So not only is all of this information not anonymous or private, it's published indefinitely on a government website with zero redaction. Oh dear. Of course, I'm not going to put any of those details here. But if you live in Missouri and you're a bit curious,
links as always are in the description down below.
In Washington and Louisiana, people were unmasked too. In Frisco, Texas, they made an app for snitching as well. But there was backlash and it was terminated. In LA, the mayor's infamous "snitches get rewards" statement was walked back. In Victoria, a couple was fined $1,500 each for going on a drive to Lake's entrance and posting photos on social media.
You there, sir? I certainly hope you've got a license.
Warned that if they do it again, they would be arrested. Except the photos were from a year ago.
We're not going to get everything right all the time, and we will make mistakes.
But worst of all was the UK.
9 coppers for one lad.
Well, you relax.
Ridiculous.
194,000 calls in a single month had been made regarding people leaving their homes without a license, and tens of thousands of fines had been issued.
The British frown down on telltales. There's even an old nursery rhyme.
Telltale tit, your tongue shall be slit.
You make any more noise, and I'm calling the police.
Show me what you've got. Yeah!
And yet, while normal everyday activities were being criminalized, regular crimes were being made de facto legal.
Good job.
The police do nothing around here.
And in major cities, it seemed as though everyone was going for the high score. People aren't afraid to go out on the street at night. What can we do to increase crime? I have an idea. In New York and LA, they experimented with reducing bail to 0, and it went exactly as you'd expect. But it wasn't enough. So they said, any burglaries up to $1,000 worth of goods would no longer result in the police showing up to the scene. So you're telling me that I can steal up to $1,000 worth of goods, and the police won't even try to make an arrest?
Well, maybe one day, if somehow they're identified.
But you want everyone to wear a mask, too?
Yes.
So people walked up to the buffet and had their fill.
If you could walk into a store, grab what you want, and just go, what would shopping look like?
Oh my God! Call the police!
Welcome to Amazon Go. We call it Just Walk Out Technology.
Piece of shit. Hope you overdose. Piece of shit.
Take whatever you like.
Sometimes when I call 911, nobody answers.
No lines, no checkout. No, seriously.
Shoplifters don't seem to care who's watching.
Once you've got everything you want, you can just go.
Filling bags and backpacks in the middle of the day.
You can keep going. Amazon Go.
Be back tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah? Tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning.
Not enough crime. Release the felons. So it was ordered. Anyone who had non-violent misdemeanors, serving sentences of less than a year, or scheduled to be free in 30 days or fewer, was released. And the results? Predictable. One man only lasted 37 minutes before being arrested again. Another man was arrested 3 times in one day. First for attempting to break into a vehicle, next for stealing items out of someone's front yard, and then again for stealing a vehicle. And each time he was arrested, he just moonwalked out of there.
For his 7th time, he got arrested for stealing a vehicle. So apparently he's not very good at it.
Crime rates went right through the ceiling. Famous criminal time. Tekashi 6ix9ine was released early from his 18-month sentence and instantly broke Instagram and YouTube records with his live stream and music video. Other high-profile names asking for early release include R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, Martin Shkreli, and our good friend Billy McFarland. Breakout time! Then some prisoners came together with an idea.
What's your plan?
Well, if we have an outbreak at our prison, then maybe they just have to let some of us go. Worth a shot. So prisoners at the North County Correctional Facility tried passing around water containers and shared a mask to get it. It worked, somewhat, as 30 prisoners soon tested positive for the virus. But then administrators cottoned on to what they were doing, and none of them were released. Speaking of people who should be in prison, celebrities. We have forgotten about the important people. Guys, we're bored too. They crave the attention. They need it. Without it, they will surely shrivel and perish. But when everything gets shut down and they're trapped in their homes and can't get on TV, they begin to go a little stir.
Okay guys, now I know we're all feeling the struggle right now. Without television and press following you around, you need to make yourselves trend. We need you now more than ever. Jimmy, female Jimmy, you're the funny guys. You must continue working from home. Your biggest competitor now is a Swedish boy that reacts to funny videos on his kitchen floor.
Sounds doable. It was toilet paper. It was a huge box of, I was like a kid on the toilet on Christmas morning. 60 double rolls of heaven.
You get to play that fun game, protected from the coronavirus or a botched nose job. Or both.
Everyone in here is gay.
Hello, everybody out there.
No, shut it down. How about an uplifting song to boost morale? This could be our generation's We Are the World.
Yeah, I can give it a go. I love uplifting music.
Thank you, gal.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you
Imagine there's no heaven. This is not the time when everyone's Grammy's dying, you fucking idiot.
You feel like they feel like they did something significant there.
She's so happy. Gal Gadot, whatever fuck her name is, Wonder Woman.
I lost my job at the meatpacking plant, but Gal Gadot sang Imagine.
And it's a terrible version. You guys suck at singing.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh boy, Madonna. How about an inspirational speech to lift those faces? I mean, spirits.
That's the thing about COVID-19. It doesn't care about how rich you are. It's the great equalizer. And what's terrible about it is what's great about it. What's terrible about it is it's made us all equal in many ways. And what's wonderful about it is that it's made us all equal in many ways.
Jesus Christ. Maybe just stick to singing.
Cause there's no more pasta, oh no. So we're gonna eat some fried fish.
Okay, not bad. Let's try somebody else. Keep it positive, you know.
Cause the last shit comes from motherfucking China.
Thank you, Cardi. You really are the voice of reason.
Government, let me tell y'all motherfuckers something. Guess what, bitch? Coronavirus! Shit is getting real!
Well, that was Vanessa. Maybe you can speak to your fans? You seem to have a lot of free time at the moment.
Like, yeah, people are gonna die. It's just terrible, but like, inevitable?
Oh god. Oh geez. We're losing them. You guys in your massive houses and complaining isn't relatable at all. We need to meet them on their level.
I've got this.
Cried for a second. And I was gonna do it by myself, and then I thought, you know what? It's important for everybody.
But before I continue, ad time. The name's Ray Con, but you can call me Ray Con, man. Dad, look, I got you a present. Thanks, son. Let's go throw the old football around in celebration of my new present. Wired headphones with wires.
Why, son? Why? You're responsible.
No. Never again. Gotcha! Wired headphones, you dangerous bitch.
Wait, what?
Huh? I can't hear you. I have my everyday E25 Raycon earbuds in. I'll save you. Well, there's another one. Don't worry, I'll save you too. Now you two kiss. 6 hours of playtime, half the price of other premium brands. Raycon good, wires bad. Will you seamlessly connect your Bluetooth with me?
Can I get a closer look? Wow, I love the range of colors they come in. Of course I will. Let me just put them in right now. Wow, they fit so snug.
Wow. I think I'll put mine in as well. Just don't insert them into other holes. Hey Doc, it's happened again. Raycon good, wires bad.
No, wait.
Cleaning is as easy as 1, 2, 3. What's wrong? Don't want to live in cyberpunk and have your brain all f***ed up by 5G? Ethan? You seen it? Raycon good, wires bad. Go to buyraycon.com/internet store to save 15% off your first order of the everyday EV25 earbuds from Raycon. Ad over.
Onions. Humble yellow onions.
6-pound onion. Gripping the onion like a tennis ball.
It's time for an uplifting story. Prem Murti Pandey, 56, works at Mumbai airport. Everything was going into lockdown and he wanted to be with his family. But they were in Allahabad and he was stuck in Andheri East. Just fly. No flights. Just drive. Not so simple. Roads are closed to all non-essential travel. What to do? So he hatched a plan. I'll become an essential traveler. He started with a test case. He hired a truck and drove 200 kilometers to Pimpelgian. Bought 1,300 kilograms of watermelon.
So good! Come to terms with the already large quantity of melons we already have.
And sent the truck back to Mumbai, where he had a cellar. Success. Wasn't stopped, even sold the goods at a profit. We're an essential traveler now, boys. Time to do it again, but this time all the way home. So he hired another truck, got an onion permit, and this time bought 25,520 kilograms of onions. And the article says he disguised himself as an onion seller. I don't know what that looks like, so here's this. He then hauled ass 1,200 kilometers over 3 grueling days and nights through 3 states to get home. He makes it. Now to sell the goods and see my family. He stopped at the wholesale market just on the outskirts of town and tried to find a buyer for the onions. Except, nobody wanted them. Onions? Anyone? Onions? Because of the lockdown, there was a huge glut in the market.
Whoa, that's a big onion. Look at that.
Woo! Onions. Everybody loves onions. Onions? Onions? No! Daddy's coming home, and he's smelling of onions. By the late afternoon, he just gave up and drove the truck to his house to be with his family. However, the next day, knock knock. It's the police. Oh no, you're not here to buy some onions, are you? And they were not. So he spent the next 2 weeks in the quarantine center, and he's still looking for a buyer for the onions.
Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute.
Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and everything that's in it.
I need some hand sanitizer. When the outbreak first happened, there was one clear piece of advice from the WHO.
Who?
Wash your hands.
We the cleanest.
Both soap and hand sanitizer would work, but we had plenty of soap. So naturally, we panicked about the hand sanitizer. Good thinking.
That's gold. That's gold.
And panic soon turned to profit. People had seen the rush on toilet paper and they knew to get in quick. And two of the fastest shoppers in the West were entrepreneurial brothers, Matt and Noah. They hopped in their truck and drove from town to town, state to state, buying up every bottle they could get their immaculately disinfected hands on. Hundreds. Grabber, grabber, grabber. By the end, thousands. 17,000 bottles in all. The plan? Sell them on eBay and Amazon at a huge markup. It was the perfect crime. Well, until the inevitable happened. Everyone got super mad. The New York Times, low on hand sanitizer themselves, decided to investigate the brothers, and they wrote an article. The unsterilized masses made complaints.
I don't like this one bit.
Please send the cops immediately.
And then someone went to Jeff and told. Jeff made their online accounts go to sleep. eBay followed suit. Now there was nowhere to sell their goods. Then the law got involved, and the DA said, price gouging illegal. Me angry. So the authorities called up Matt and Noah. Hey guys. Hey, good to hear from you. You too. Afraid it's not entirely a social call though. Oh no? Yes, price gouging illegal. So what you want, prison or philanthropy? We're sending over a squad car now. I have decided to give back to the community. So the police pull up, the media too, and Matt and Noah announced that they will be giving it all away for free. They did an interview for television and wore this amazing shirt.
The pricing on Amazon was definitely higher than retail.
Would you say you're sorry?
No, I don't think that I would.
Note. A similar thing happened in Adelaide, Australia, when a man bought up hundreds of packs of toilet paper and hand sanitizer. Then he realized he couldn't sell it, and tried to return it all back to Drake's supermarket. Drake himself told the guy to please leave.
I told him that.
He has a YouTube channel, by the way, but this did little to abate the shortage of supply and overall price gouging. But don't be too mad at these guys. They're small-timers, microscopic, compared to China. Stop! Oh, sorry, what I mean is, compared to the brave heroes at the CCP. There's an outbreak. Xi Jinping, you're our only hope. So a call was sent out.
Ni hao.
To companies all around the world, especially in the West. We want you to send staff out to every retail store you can to buy up personal protective equipment, especially masks. And ship it all back to China. Thank you, Xi Jinping. All in a day's work. The scale here, by the way, is just ridiculous.
Millions of face masks.
3 million masks. 2.4 billion pieces of protective equipment.
Thermometers.
700,000 hazmat
All
suits.
flown out on a private jet.
We just wanted to ask you guys what all these products are and where they're going.
If you went out to buy a mask in January or February and noticed that there were none left, it wasn't just because there was a big rush on them. It was because there was a big export. And then when other countries had a shortage, the CCP swooped in to sell locally manufactured masks back to Europe and the United States at an escalated price. Only then later for them to be found defective and needing to be recalled. Got 'em again. Anyway, back to the hand sanitizer specifically. There was a shortage. So New York Governor Andrew Cuomo stepped in with a solution. It's up to me now. He unveiled his new line of hand sanitizer.
Open the curtain, please.
NYS Clean. a 75% alcohol strength concoction made by the humble citizens of Great Meadows Correctional Facility.
Floral bouquet, little I detected lilac, hydrangea, tulips. What does it smell like to you? Tulip.
They were capable of producing 100,000 gallons every week. It was much cheaper than any other product on the market, mainly because the price of labor was pretty much zero. Other pharmaceutical items that disappeared fast were vitamins, cough medicine, and, critically, inhalers.
How many ohms you vaping there?
It was tough for the asthmatics, already picked on for their feeble bodies. Their weak lungs, embarrassing. Everybody laughs at the asthmatics, even if we, pretend and say nice things to their face. The next big one would be gloves. Once they were recommended, there was a run on them too. And once those were out, there was a run on, surprisingly, condoms. The thinking man's glove. If you need to press a button on the elevator or push a trolley around the grocery store, no problem. Just use your cock. Last story.
Run in a barrel of monkeys, you've heard people say. You can own the barrel of monkeys.
In a medical center in Delhi, there's a gang of monkeys scheming. Son of a bitch, I'm in. True story, right? Some red-faced rhesus macaques, tired of their situation, go rogue. They bust out of their cage and attack a researcher, snatching COVID blood samples as they make their way to the exit. Give me that! No, Mojo, no! Put that down, bad monkey. They make a break for it, evading staff and guards, and leap out the window to freedom. One was later seen in a tree, chewing on one of the samples.
Ooh, yummy.
In a further act of defiance, another was seen chewing on a surgical glove. Apparently it's become a big problem in Delhi. Monkeys everywhere. They snatch people's stuff and even break into homes. It seems that nature isn't just returning peacefully. It's come back with a vengeance. And if we intend to survive, we're gonna have to learn to fight back. So anyway, with this knowledge, we will conquer Earth and rule over it once again. Oh no. It's here. And that's about it. Probably no part 3 unless something ridiculous happens, like an autonomous zone in Portland or the government shutting off utilities. Plugging the second channel again, you bet. We've got a feature-length Sundance Reject coming out in a bit over a month. This one's going to be over an hour long, so grab some popcorn, maybe a little viewing party, watch your favorite streamer. This one will be more fun as a group. But before that, next week, there's a new In the Field. Thanks for watching. Stay good.
Infected.